Yup matie kabieno. La kelia ye.
Sam's Crisip obengira mwera madano weng mare Uganda. Jami pa Sam's timapo likine obero Crisps melayata, Crisps megonja, cookies, odi, berenge kemukene mapola ta. Nong jami pa Sam's Snacks e supermarket duju matilo baman. Sam's Snacks, no apora mamita.
Kudik kumeching ayedong angwen nen dui abichil medui mabiro mwakali wario kipiera rio wi adek tika chuma lengu twal wan mawatie studio wakanyi me wan luo TV kluo nyene ema acquire karchele tin ki super lady Sarah Adong Sarah iti winning do tin is the D-Day for Oyam winning
tika winyi mabet twal ati ki gena ki par maduong tutwal ati excited at the same time bene ati very anxious katamoni the aftermath of elections ingeyo yer katika time kuman enni furi ema furi tamu tutwal ento charo wano jo motemo kachiero in that race gin madani tamu dong right now candidates mapapat what is in their mind? Yes. One, what is in your mind is that out of the 6 candidates am I going to be the winner? 2, ni after the elections keje nyo kuchu buberu tienyo buberu pare ade kanyo elections ukatima anpa karo ngomo weti mekera. How do I handle myself in that situation? So in such a day, no only candidates pay pegi chamo ema.
Anxiety, Sarah. How do you think of yourself as the winner? Mano chao kena inera ni jimi chao kena nwang, but you must think positive. How does it feel in maybe the race makomane?
I'm telling you, it's hard.
Yes,
it's hard first of all, but it is by the grace of God. Ma iyon kong ma chiel kong because awache ema kai peka ki ruba nyo ki yech ni ye ni kapetek tutwal. You can't even make it.
Yes.
In terms of being alive, because pressure alone will go outside. And I remember the day now when the next day Maki announcing the results. Of course, the results did not turn in my favor. I gathered my strength ability at the turning center, and Maki announcing my opponent. And then the security organs. Ye ni result in a pokar in my favor. And indeed, God saw me through. And Gilmatimo, I chair me a press conference. That very day, I congratulated my opponent. Awajani elections I did not lose, but my victory was postponed.
Of course.
So, but it is not easy.
It's not easy. That any 10 all roads lead to Oyam. La water part Robert La Ruby la wo kera waja iwutiro a kekan anti Oyam kumbeta terra chamo ni Kenya umir bekikero meme iwa updates ngoma tete me kama en gitie ye ginicate producer wa Cloud Omona ki wachi kotika chwe Sara abirikero me loke Cloud kotika chwe pinge nimi ngi pola kare election fever in kiri kwa ikeno luoro ti anxiety chero ka Bolo Kwir chao kena no tek piano pengi in machala Bolo Kwir dok in bena machala la chung wanena yo more mwaka mokarne jo ken kong wach kong mir kong mat chai kong gicher kong ka fu ka dong gicher dong gi Bolo Kwir. So you yam kumbedi kwa ping ini chawa chel ini pian electoral commission on already the did be abasheja wachela wo chala dong team weng in 162 constituencies. By 7 everyone is set down on Ramachari polling stations because EC is ready.
Yes, that's why in any candidate ketika campaigning, gen Yero, your last message is to ask or ka penyo dano ka bere ka mio dano encouragement ni uchero bolu wunu kui ni na makumano uchero bolu wunu kui o wunu chon. So and the most important part of it Emma ketika poyo widano nyeri watch ki dano ni Chier fuk John. At least bachawa there and when it take Bolo Kwir then it poro. And to keep poyo with Dan, remember that is the rural constituency.
Yes.
Now rural constituencies are totally different from the urban constituencies. Rural constituencies Dan mapol wine an katin biachara. Nyo an achiar konka fu. So kape poyo with Dan constant di dan wigi wilo by the time ngarma bucho no obu no miro cherka Bolo Kwir chara pa nya para chel do romo. And remember election time, voting time closes at 5 p.m. So ka 5 p.m. uno ipere line. Definitely mono kuiro chara.
Kire wage the reverse is true. Urban center kind the first thing me ate me America chara Bolo Kwir.
Yeah.
Ka de mete ki teach errands mbogo me di ching.
Yes.
Ente chara America ke chi fu pian fu di ching midday mano chen rien ene taxara.
True.
So dan America ngi fu ka do ngi bien ki Bolo Kwir. Ento mere awareness kire wage kere.
Yes, that awareness is very clear. And awareness enoni bene twerka kwa nyima be no itiki campaign team ati very active. Like for instance, when the time went again in the campaign team, for us we contested during the COVID period. So you know that the scientific campaign, Yero door-to-door campaigning. So that door-to-door campaign actually, any in your campaign team, remind them, ni kari no itika spreading manifesto. Mekwa, po we down kachia toka Bolo Kwir. That is the most important part of it all. And in most cases, no candidates. I have ever been in an election at Macquarie University. You know, Dana Cheroka campaigning, hey, you see, I'm so I stand for this, I stand for that. Please vote for me. Vote for me. When do they vote? What time do they vote? How do you even vote? By the way, Emma, I did not know ni joma kene be pegi ngeo kit maki kitiki kene ballot paper. Yes.
Mira fonya mira fonya da dairi sara kudi ko mecheng angwen en wawaje I wucha ke dwe achiel nyario ma ukaro ne iyonge topa Charles Okelo ngola macho dugo moto en dwario ma bodyguard no ne en tenyu vu ma totwal I Oyam North Canada bedo kit me pongo kakara I ot moko chek me Uganda kumiri dana ngwen giti ka chum Canada ye wode Samuel ngola junior matika nyotingo bandera pa NRM Nup Uchala Wangi Okelo Daniel FDC Uchala Wangi Freddy Okelo Newton Okelo Kibanadong UPC Dara Chel
the only lady I am so happy
and a doctor so
a little bit
so Dana Wen anyway ko berigitika chung me pongo kaka match odugo lele madoto du achela ngej studio wana na ba pate dong tie chel gi weng tie kenyu Oyam team Dana weng mo Oyam may lao American wa lokon ki Dana me lao how do they feel Sarah
le wa loko ki gene ki o men candidate George who is my friend so George wine en ngaramo yo yama chel keda George yen dong no am gira pere on ground ngamati on ground bero pat ene tikuno enoni Asa beru kapenye ni camp ma make it in wanye camp ma make it in ma be but of course just like any other person gen bene gitika rego to ba ni gwa nyo kui eno karon their side because it is not obvious.
Yes, it's never obvious, Sarah.
It is never obvious even if you're in the ruling party, and that's why you said the ruling party they inject in a lot of resources, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of human resource because they know when you're in the ruling party mistakes ma megi duong tutwal Mano dana tika kwano ne. So it gives people room to study your mistakes. It's like in football. Yeah. So wachani Jamie when Gero Beratera candidate was prepared for everything. And Oyam was peaceful.
Yes.
By the way, like we said here, he confirmed Oyam Obero very peaceful, despite the fact that Wabero different political parties on ground. But key analysis mamega na tamoni with the history of UPC ki Ilang sub-region. Atamoni the candidate manut where cameo a bigger and sharper again resistance to NRM and your competition Matako Bero and doctor the
yes,
PhD holder
Dr. Eunice Apio.
Apio because one Apio was the flag bearer of Ghana of UPC in the last election and she was even number 2 in number so already for her footmarks are there. By the time you become a runner-up in an election, it means there were higher chances. Nino, Ian Benakano, Jamie, elections are free and fair in this country. No, it were carne. And we must be very honest. Elections in Uganda has never been free and fair. That is a very bitter fact.
We want to believe neither.
But we want to believe
there is hope at that
time. There's hope that at least look for your security car ki again jo magi gidoro lock by election in Uganda there has been some little bit of peace and there's been some sign of fairness coming.
Yes.
However, we do not know whether the ballot papers are going to be real.
Pe wange da dai ni ento wangwa wenche I umoro la chumpa megwa ni la makbandera megwa ye pat Robert Rubika cheru ki producer wa Cloud Omona giti okono keti aki Oyam ni ti lera chak Oyam kono wore cher kono bet ki ker me loke pat en ko bedi tie chamo kenyum u bet ki ker me mini wa updates ngoma titi me kama gen giti yene era ko bedi ko ye kon wote nena jimo kene matie kati me ken ping tin wa miro nen lok mati aki gajere matien onyo newspaper matien Sara ingini no kilwoni gajere
gajere
gajere matien ni no dwe abichel me de bier bet ki ker da wina chiling alivario e ken kamo e ken dukan metie ye lok madong
gajere pa new vision
gajere pa new vision tien matien e pejo machel producer wa Cloud banya romo nyoti pej machel kama ko bedi ga met tikati ki lok ma tekot wan be doro kit me pimu DNA test Sara mado kilo wie chok don ko bedim Jabira Rio, ma gin pa mo na social media ni weng dong tika lok me DNA test, lok me DNA test. Ki watching a report mo kati, cho adek ka kena ino cher ka pi mo DNA idue chel. Ento in the last 1 month, cho mia chel in a month ti cher ka pi mo DNA test. Ngoma ti kilo gin ini. Dan ba duong beri ki ker me chwalo tam. Amir kon producer wa ko me kon reports ma MPs women members of parliament magiti watch ne ka da kwanyu aklo in lok en be wani ket Sara.
Their children's DNA tests revealed that the children do not belong to the families they are presumed to belong to. The issue of DNA tests have become rampant with an increased number of men lately subjecting their children to DNA testing to ascertain their true paternity. This situation has forced women MPs in the National Assembly to debate on how the DNA issue should be handled. According to the MPs, led by the third Deputy Prime Minister, Hajat Lukia Isanga Nakadama, the DNA issue might be escalated by a group of people who have a hidden agenda to disrupt the stability of families.
It is going to cause a lot of domestic violence in our homes, separation of marriages, and hatred among the children who are not aware of what happened then. Because these are children who have just been born. Sometimes we have even problems in the hospitals where children are born. Somebody will say, I had wanted a girl, then they connive with a health worker and find that he has been given either a boy or a girl, whichever sex that person wanted.
Contacts we have had with cultural leaders and traditional leaders have confirmed to us that there is actually no crisis, that up-country people are not even aware about this so-called DNA. That's why I'm saying it is a matter of about few people within the urban city areas of Kampala, but the social media has picked it up and wants to make it a crisis. But since it has occurred, we will continue to work with the cultural institution and religious institution to ensure that we calm the country and that the matter is resolved.
The women MPs emphasized a need to put a halt on DNA testing, advising families to embrace the ancestral traditions, values and culture. They have also asked families to find peaceful ways of handling paternity issues.
Family values and our cultural values as Africans, as Ugandans. So this DNA craze could be some people who are against that and want to break against the law that we passed and want to break families. I am just thinking this could be one group, because where has this come from? Even people in the villages now are asking for DNA for children. And we must know that DNA is expensive. Currently, the ordinary person cannot afford, but it is likely to result into, husbands pushing away children, even without even testing for DNA. As the Uganda Women's Parliamentary Association, we are waiting for government to bring a statement to the House on regulating this DNA craze, but also DNA testing in this country.
Relatedly, the Parliamentary Forum for Children wants the government to regulate DNA tests in the country, arguing that innocent children have been dragged into these paternity conflicts, leaving many families shattered. The concern was raised during the dialogue for the budgeting and financing for children and the young people.
We are seeing many children suffer because after denouncing that this one is not your parent, in most cases they lose out on their education, they lose out on their belonging, chased out from their families, and it stresses them. So as we protect the rights of our children, we also need to defend them.
Child rights activist Thomas Taiwa promised to handle the matter.
Let us build a very strong team. Let us be very committed so that we see how best we can empower children, we see how best we can protect our children. That's the only way we shall build a society. If we don't do that, then we are not leaving a strong foundation for our society.
Story by Jelen Namoya and Shamshad Naruja for the news.
Afaritual meneno chelki duano bereka kati eni sara lok pa DNA do kelu wiyo eni dong lutela ne dong wachi kong dongi mi kong report iye wachi fidi studio wakany kaneno ngoma tikati me Oyam en romit kombe waneno ngoma titime e newspaper sara tabit dong aneno story mo ni mukati dwe ario angech ma la cho achel tikulu tingana boro ente yunge time DNA test ke wadu tingana bichelo lo pemege ario kakana yino mege ukile one mina ba which makumbiri DNA te wachene tikeli watu which because imagine that your enemy could run mad.
But I'm asking myself, how come ni ilotiana bora bichel kulope beru megi? How possible is it? How?
Unless there's a problem.
Unless there's a problem, how? Lutiana boro abichel pe megi tuka kaki waino tira abichel megi anario pe megi. But abichel pe megi. But you see, an kong ma chel kong bene jo mo chaklo pa DNA test Uganda ene. They are the biggest enemy of progress. Honestly speaking. Abero ka lokwe diro mo ching chama chiaro kere izombo. Gen ko wajani gen kar ma mege gen ko don lok pa DNA ene meno bene pe gingeo. Jo mo kena wa ni bene no igwa ko latien ma ingeni latien bere po mer po bere ma mege ende gwa ko latien ma be gire. However, mono bene should not give us the ground me defending mon. For instance, for going against the extramarital
Sara America ngole manok lo DNA kumbe kite wachine grounds mayeni DNA ki testing miro bet ma chel ko bet legal kachalo court new NGO new child protection child protection and family unit me police new kuru tie gang chi police ayo goyo order and
Penny don't hear la cho under chair
yes there so whenever police new legal entity mo ayo golo order and kitemo DNA test and then also kangar mo ni mer peace of mind makuru mo can pere mer nyang ni an gwa kinwala through rape kinwala through ngo so I really want to know ngambala nyuruna and grounds make yeni DNA test kitim. Another ground of DNA test te watching newspaper page number 5 kanka producer wa Banya Romanyotune page number 5 newspaper matina iti watching immigration itika aki ilo Uganda imere ko me cherkwe ilo me America you're moving iti migrating kimere kinyang ni India nywele Uganda da woro la Uganda kediko no la Nigeria ere backgrounds ba ki yening o DNA test kitin pe dong ini chu mer ku de ko chini pap ando tem DNA test na eno ne bukelu apoya wi yigen ki waje ke gwano kama gino mo kan pe ye ino be an gene ti yenye ne
Emma, getting back to a conversation pa gene pa Honorable Sarah Opendi mati chairperson pa wopa Uganda Women Parliamentary Association man dul makelo mon mati parliament me Uganda wenkara chelo eno waje ni jo mo kene ti jo ma gitika promoting la pa DNA test tutual uberu jo ma pe ti mabe mat pe ti kamar lokpa family between a man and a woman.
Yes.
Ma entika wani jo enetika meroka distorting nyotika meroka destroying marriage padano. I don't know where she gets her opinion from, but as a member of parliament, maybe she did her research or maybe her investigations to come out with such a statement. I'm quoting from what she said. Then Honorable Betty Amoy, member of parliament, mo Oyam South, yes, or Oyam South, and wajoni problem mo atikere maditu tuwal mon ko temo jemi mo manok chalo ka dako cheating outside marriage make a dako ki kora ki bilo ento cho adi ma gem ni gitika cheating outside marriage ma bene gitika nywal kelo tina mukene now. I also want to state it very clear kakany eneni the world is still controlled by patriarchy, and patriarchy is about gene la cho enaye gin giti male dominated ni gene gi controlling the world. So as women it is so hard where that culture which is there, because it is in US, it is in Africa, it is all over. So inoni jemi moto tuwal matime mabe, men will say it is good. Motime marach, it is a men to gene.
Sarah, besides that, Jim Madwon kubetite me iyonge DNA test any. Anano ka video that Rio your deck manana, a chill manano. La cho share of finding out that la ten ma mege makinwala and pe mege la ten dwe Rio e kan Sarah. Ken nan gin marketing wong team gerne. Ufuro daka mafuro nywala la ten ka bene dwe achel ti ko pie la ten ngom ke la ten beti wa ki ko
tika furo daka
tika foto daka bon ko enti ye
now besides domestic violence mon do te
utiu la ten ki bara chelo bai wa kum art video ma ke nyoro so don pe ke nyoro video no giko pe ke nyoro ngom te la ten kono lan
that kid can survive, of course
me go don te la ten so DNA test ke result and mo video mo kana manana mala cho share kapim la tiene mo pa wia angwen kona Rio la cho ma dit ma jib kuma iyonge madong DNA test ki no result nil pela tiene da ka be mena no tunye pete ka chune en pela tiene pala cho ni do en la tiene gine nya kono la cho ni gine nya kono gi mar chalo nyare. And on after 2 months, la chono join where tiki to join Sarah. Ki wajika be.
Is it not the man who lost 30 kgs
yes.
in what in 1 month?
Yes. So
yes.
Kiti watch after effects per DNA test anyway. Romo could be severe, even more than the test
you see,
itself.
Emma, even if we are talking about the after effect, even women must be cautious. You understand? Women must be cautioned, and that is a reality. Ana wajiki monjui, me I'm a feminist. I protect women, but I'm also not going to defend women. Manogi benegiti katimujemi marriage. You understand? So much as one on one benotika meti bene society treating one mabe, we must also be able to understand ni society earning monoma controlling society. It is the men. So in control of society, the cultural norms, the customs, the way we socialize, all. The utmost controllers, then in the controlling yourself. Why would you? And I normally tell people, you know the man is not treating you right. Emma, instead of cheating, when you're inside that man's your home, walk away.
Exactly.
Walk away. Start living on your own. Can I married? Ask for a divorce. It is okay for a woman to ask for a divorce.
Because Basara, you're thinking about yourself, but the repercussion, the result, Palatian
yes, Latin kila cho
Latin when Latin Roma living, he trauma for the rest of her life or his life.
True.
One Latin again. So there's so many parties involved. What families when kumbeti loka futika waranye mate katwal one way webeki kermakine you would gajer matien MPs tutwale Deputy Speaker of Parliament Thomas Tayeba ti wachi government mironen kit me dor dong DNA test ma ku beri cho weng dong chok mi achel du achel ki mere gi chet
and but also as Thomas Tayeba gen bere gi chalo tika kwa government to come up with that atamuni gen bere mi rugu katiki check nyo modalities me konyo kong me fonyo mon enemy when how do we handle marriage because Dharma Paul Emma gicheri Yero and but they do not how to live with their spouses.
Of course.
Yeah.
Kera wai kera ni lok ene futika waranyim wai beri beki kera makelo. Amir kono wachar kumbedi I page number abichel kama kumbedi East African Community te wachi mir kichak titki Swahili during parliamentary sessions Sara. Ipe ki newspaper producer abaneno mironong ide ento bukelo.
No, it's okay, I understand.
Page number abichel kumbedi speaker me East African Community Ladit Joseph Ntakuru Timana tika wachi ni parliamentary sessions me ESC kumbiri weng dong ki widoro ki lep Swahili ento dong
actually the word is supposed to be Kiswahili.
Yes.
Ka Kiswahili madama anafonye kwa ini Swahili is not the language is Kiswahili.
Ene kenyi kicho ni Swahili ana techo
so
kwano gena kicho.
Yes.
So Swahili mir kichak doro parliamentary session kis any is an advantage for most of the East African including DRC that just entered South Sudan.
Yes, Beroka Loki Honorable Gerard Suranda Blacks, Mati Lamema me Parliament, Mame Kwame East Africa, but also the Secretary General of Democratic Party. Ma en Chabit Mokaro, Kira Magen Gubero in Arusha, ma la Speaker Beroka Lok, Lakum Lok, enemy. Challenge Maditu to in countries Machalo, Kenya, Tanzania, at least Kenya, yes. Tanzania, Burundi, Inoni Ginle Mono is a very big challenge to them. And I was shocked to Kenya Machari Tanzania. Mwahail Fario Kiapar, we are born when I was there for 2 weeks for a training in Zanzibar. And I was very shocked at the airport, Zanzibar, Dar es Salaam International Airport. The language Magiti UK is actually Kiswahili, not even English as such. English is used little, they just make
one Uganda
interpreting.
One Uganda what dumo le mono to
yes,
Kenya
so Uganda,
Tanzania no.
Kenya tries. Kenya now speaks
tries,
good English. But Tanzania again. So that's why in Neno jo and Tika pushing for the Kiswahili language because Kenya Congo Kitiuki French. Rwanda national language Mamegi Benati French. Of late, of course, they're adopting English. And then, of course, Burundi also French. Now, when you have Congo, Burundi, Rwanda, Gin Peking Yole Mono Mabe, then also Tanzania, Bendika Swago Nikile Mono, automatically, it is only Uganda, Kenya, Kenya, Kigene, South Sudan.
But Sarah,
so they're pushing for Kiswahili.
In one Ugandans, we will really suffer because Ugandans, Dana manakada bagi logo leb Swahili. Jo can juya waje kan ki para no ene Ugandans pola annual Uganda giti ki trauma ne Swahili. Piano mon ke kana giti ki leb Swahili yang so
no yang wat kuman and mon no ka biro katimo je mo mare.
Era ina te waje ne pia let me finish what I'm saying, Sarah. Let me finish my submission. Ati watching even disorganize me. Ati watching Ugandans had that trauma. Ni monye ko bien ka harassing gen lukuo wengi tiyo kileb Swahili. So peki fonye do tinga na makubene med kelo ni all of a sudden dana fonye leb Swahili. It's pangi anakachala wane ge madon wadan la bon Swahili is going to be trouble. But East African Community mir kumbe Swahili be the parliamentary session pangi kirbo work edem.
Can I add on something a little bit there? For your Kiswahili is laziness for Ugandans and for you Ugandans who don't want to learn Kiswahili. It is just the attitude and the mindset. Kiswahili for your Kiswahili is just like any other language. My name Emma in local leb luo wen your leb mono. Another the encouragement Ugandans should have that free mind, may learning Kiswahili as a language.
Open-minded.
Open-minded. But also you have to blame government a little because I remember when I was studying, no, Kifonyi work Kiswahili in schools. But Emma Tun and KTR schools, there are no more Kiswahili lessons. You understand? So if government can include Kiswahili in the curriculum, then it will be okay. But if it is not there, then how will someone speak Kiswahili?
And so hili moto mimi nataka na kwenda. Unataka nini, Sarah? Sara nataka nini lo so yino dan eta wache for studio wakany but dite ma wa mer nyak ne tina ye kit me Bolo Kwir i Oyam awaji i wudok by no ne pat Robert la Rubity o kono ki be ker me chwale i wa updates ne en ko be fu wati ne we ne madom matie i gajere matin amir ho wache to yue manoko da ka dok pa duko mete ki loko matin.
Yup mai beru kaneno ne lekelia ye
Sam's Crisip obero gira mwera madano weng mare Uganda. Jami pa Sam's timapo likine obero Crisps melayata, Crisps megonja, cookies, odi, berenge kemukene mapola ta. Nong jami pa Sam's Snacks e supermarket duju matilo baman. Sam's Snacks, no apora mamite.